Hello, this video is a part of the right hand series, and I'll be talking about setting up the bow hand and arm. The right hand is vital for making sound on the violin. Our bow hold needs to balance flexibility with also having control. And our arm can be utilized to find a natural weight into our bowing. Our arm and hand work together to be able to create the mini bow strokes that we can make on the violin. In this video, I'll talk about how to establish a right hand setup that is consistent, strong, and healthy. Our approach to the bow hold should be natural and flexible. To help us find this position, let's make a T-Rex hand where our hand dangles from the wrist. Take note of the space in between your fingers. This will be very similar when we put our hand on the bow. Next, you can see on my hand a line that I have drawn. This is where our hand will contact the top of the bow. So back to that loose T-Rex hand, set your hand on the bow on that line. Slide it back and forth. We want to have a really loose relationship with the bow. And we're going to stop with our hand placed over the frog. Now it's time to set the fingers. First thing to note is we want our thumb and our middle finger to always be directly across from one another. So if you can make this little shape right here, and then put your thumb on the bottom of the frog and let the middle finger dangle off the other side. The ring finger is going to lay right next to the middle finger, covering this little eye on the frog. Our pinky will stand up on the edge of the frog just like this. We always want to have a curved pinky so that it has enough strength for when we're playing at the frog, and for it to also be able to take in the motions of the frog and respond to it flexibly. Our index finger will contact the bow on this second joint, and you want a pretty good control of the bow with that finger, so we will have a little extra space between the index finger and the middle two fingers. We want to set up our right arm in a 90-degree angle with the bow and the violin. You can see here I'm making a square between the bow, the violin, and my right arm. As we go from string to string, we want to keep the relationship between the wrist and the elbow straight. This means that as we go to lower strings, our elbow needs to come higher. Generally, we want the elbow and the wrist to be somewhat at the same level, but be careful that the elbow doesn't ever come above the wrist. I hope this video has been helpful in working on your setup of the bow, hand, and arm. Thank you for watching.